Having a snack I picked up for myself at Subway when I picked up Subway for the fam. I love these things. They're totally, I buy 2 of them every time I go to Subway because they're totally my little 45 calorie, I think it's one Weight Watchers point. Happy snack. I'm having myself a snack of pecans. The banana is picking for me because she's better at it than I am. And my granny just showed me how, but I still couldn't get it right. Baby's with us. We're just all hanging out at my Auntie Twilight. Look at her. She's not quite dressed. Auntie. Whoa. Woo!
All right, now give Avery a turn.
Stole one of the fiber ones from my aunt, and then my grandma stole a bite, so I don't even know. Jacob! Hello. That's all the kids coming in. You might have noticed up until this point there's not a lot of food in the food vlog, and that's because there hasn't been a lot of food today, and I'm starving. And that's clear soup, and I got 2 by fucked up means, but I'm happy that I have 2. And a rainbow roll, and a tuna roll, and my sweet banana went and got it all so that I could just come home and be home because she's awesome. Even though she's having that kind of rough night. Alright. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm having 3 suckers while we watch 3 episodes of Breaking Bad. Bam! Today sucked for food. I really did not eat enough or the way I should have. Like, I mean, I didn't eat bad stuff because everything was really good, but I did not eat enough or space it out the right way. Hey guys, we do the getting ready together in the morning, so now we're about to do, look, the clean that shit up at night. What do we call it? So I'm just using a nighttime, a Pond's nighttime wipe, and I don't really put any makeup on my face piece, like other than my, mascara and lipstick, so we're good to go. It's just about, did not work out today. One, because I did that crazy fast run yesterday, and so I'm a little bit sore. I plan on running tomorrow, so that's cool. And we also went to visit my grandma, which you saw, and that's cool. So we were there like all day. It's not even that late, and I'm like so tired. I feel beyond. Okay, today's 3 questions were supposed to be from DavelyLosesWeight, lisa2007uyuyy, and rmbouc. But here is the situation. Davey asked me a question I'm not really sure I can answer. I can answer. Davey asked me a 2-parter. Okay. Davey said, "Congrats on the 100 subscribers. Thanks." Questions. Number 1: what has been the hardest element in your weight loss? Exercising or restricting certain foods? By far, restricting foods was the hardest, because I'm a food addict, 1, and so figuring out there was a glaringly obvious set of foods that I was like, this is a no. But then, along the way I found that this doesn't really help me, this makes me crave more, just things like that. So that was a really hard aspect, was figuring out, like, is this a craving for something I actually want or need, or, is this just habit food? That was all so complicated. And then there were times when I was just frustrated. And early on, like really early on, when I would say I was going through like the withdrawal phase, I was like, this is bullshit. I'm doing all this and I'm giving up so much and I'm not getting anything in return, which obviously isn't true, but at the time it felt that way. Exercise was easy. You guys know that. Like, I love to exercise. And it's not easy physically because I physically push myself beyond as often as I possibly can and sometimes have physical restrictions, like the fibro and stuff, but I still love to exercise. I love to run. I love to be sore the next day because of shit I did to myself. It's ridiculous. So, by far, that was the hardest part. Now, number 2, baby. He said, out of all of your subscribers or people you talk to a lot on YouTube, which person would you see yourself getting it on with if you weren't in a relationship? I mean, the reason I'm not sure if I'm ready to answer this is because, I mean, honestly, okay, this isn't, there's no big surprise here. I like butch girls, and all you chicks are them. So, what happens for me when I see femme girls, like if I'm gonna like look through like a magazine, and I'm like, ooh, okay. Like my friends, Evan, like one day we were looking through, and this was actually pre-banana, but whatever. We were looking through a Victoria's Secrets magazine, and she picked out like this girl, and she was like, oh my god, she's just so amazing, she's so pretty. And I was like, I don't know, I like this girl. And she was like, why? And I was like, because I can dyke her out really easy. Like in my mind, you cut off her hair, you change her clothes, and she's butch, and I like it, you know? And so I have to go back and take a closer look at you guys to decide who I feel I could convert the easiest as far as that goes. And then if I was going to say boys, well, it would be Davey because he's the only boy I watch on TV. Oh, no, there's another guy. Oh my god. He's Filipino and he's like a little chunky Filipino and he's adorable. I love that. Love that. But anyway, so I don't know. Like I said, if it was boys, it would be Davey because he's the only one I actually talk to. Because even the other guy I don't talk to. But more realistically, we'd have to do girls, and that means I have to figure out which one of you girls I could butch up. So we'll come back to that, Davey. I promise I'll give you an answer. I just need to figure it out. It's like I think about the girls I talk to, and it's like, seriously? Like, I don't know if any amount of work could, like, butch out Ashley or Mandy. I honestly, when I think about butching out Mandy, I wind up getting this like total little gay guy in my head who's like spoofing his hair and like making sure his makeup's perfect in the video. So even that's not very butch. Anyway, so there you go. I have to come back to that. But because I skipped that, I'm gonna bring in Mandy's question, and she's actually at the end, but I feel like she needs that answer as soon as possible. So, I'm going to go in order and then put in Mandy. So, lisa2007uyuyy said, what are my trigger foods? Oh, wow, I just noticed what identifying trigger foods. Fast food burgers, sandwiches. I don't know what it is about it. Like a fast food cheeseburger or like Rally's fast food sandwiches. That's my binge food. Seriously. Beyond the fries, beyond everything, it's the sandwiches. And I have not eaten a fast food sandwich. I'm not counting Subway. And actually I had a grilled chicken snack wrap once. I already talked to y'all guys about that, but that was like a true food emergency. But even that I don't count. It's because it's not the sandwich. And I have not had one since May 21st, May 20th, 2010. And I will never have one. So there you go. That is a huge one. Other things, that was what I identified as my trigger. And I feel like that kind of encompasses a lot, and I just gave it up. And, I mean, at home, I could binge anything, but I don't. And, since I gave those up and went through, like, the mental and physical, like, issues of giving up my trigger food, I don't even have the urge to binge the same way. And what I mean by that is, like, to sit and just consume and consume and consume and, like, make myself sick to get, like, to relieve an emotional need or to, like, get that high of swallowing and, like, consuming. What I do have to watch now is sometimes, like, oh, this is low, so I can volume eat, like, low in point value or low in calories, so I can volume eat it. And, by volume eating, I mean, like, oh, I need a whole bowl instead of a small bowl. Well, that's not true. A small bowl is fine. So that's something to be aware of as far as behavior. But a true addiction binge, definitely fast food sandwiches. And I do like a cheeseburger or any kind of thing like that. And I do not partake. So, and I have not. I consider myself sober because of that. And I will hold on to that sobriety as long as I possibly can. God keep me humble and sober. That's all I have to say. So I don't ever want to be like, oh, I'll never eat it, because that's when something happens and you get fucked. rmbouc said, healthy food I've had to hide so as not to be eaten by my family along this journey. Let me tell you something. I have thankfully not had to do that. I have a very supportive partner and very understanding children. And I mean, like, if I had a lower point snacks, and the kids wanted to try them, I would let them try them, but then I would explain that those are special diet foods for mom, and that they don't have to eat those as long as they always keep their portions in control. And they're fine with that. And, like, my Skinny Cow ice creams are, like, my little bits of heaven that I have every day. And that was just, like, I think several times I would say to the banana, like, she'd be like, I really want something sweet. And I'd be like, oh, you want one of these? Or like the ice cream sandwiches. And she'd be like, oh my God, not your ice cream. No, no. I'd be like, I have plenty. I can give you this one. So I feel like I've always had a lot of good support and a lot of good understanding, but that's not just because I'm lucky and I got that. It's because this time I realized that I can't be nonchalant about it. I couldn't be like, oh, I'm fine, whatever, I'm just going to do what I'm doing. No, I have been very verbal about what I need to be supported and what the help that I need and the understanding that I need. I have been extreme about communicating it. So people can't help you and can't support you if you don't let them know what you need. And I think that is one of the biggest changes in me and therefore in my support system. And now you see how successful I've been with it. So obviously it works. You need to ask for the help you need. You cannot assume that the people around you are just going to give it to you or just going to understand it. And a lot of us have said, oh, I'm going to lose weight, like a billion times, and then blown that shit off. So it's not our family and the people who surround us fault for not thinking that we're serious. We have to prove them through our actions and through our dedication that we are serious and that we do deserve for them to take it serious with us. So there you go. Yeah, that was 3. And baby, I'm coming back to yours. I think I'm going to answer yours on my birthday. I have a big note that says, must do Davey's question. So, alright guys, have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Just in case you missed the Thanksgiving tips, and you're only watching food vlogs, I didn't do a weigh-in because I went to Weight Watchers and weighed in, and I did lose 1 point... Hell, now I don't even remember. I think I lost 1.4, 2, 4. Ooh! Purse. okay. I lost 1.4, so I weigh 137. Can you see that? 137.8 today. So I just wanted to tell you because whatever. I expect that number to fluctuate. It'll probably be higher tomorrow because we ate dinner late and go up and down. I want to maintain that loss, if not probably maintain that loss because of the holidays, but maybe even have a little bit of a loss. Yeah, I think I want to lose a pound over the next 2 to 3 weeks. So there we go. And you know, if you watch these things, and I said this in my video earlier, that's technically maintenance for me because I consider anything between 135 and 140 maintenance. Bam! Yay! Alright,